Hi, good morning to everyone watching. So today is a Thursday and I usually do live on Tuesday. Okay, but today is a special day because today I want to share with you tips lah on basically on mindset, right? So I think this is something very important, especially for a lot of property buyers who maybe are watching now and you are still confused what to do, right? So I'm talking about first time property buyer lah, or let's say you are looking to buy your first property and you have no idea where to start. Okay, so today I'll be talking about something on mindset and why mindset is important, right? So later I will share with you. Just give me a minute, let me share in do some setting first. Yeah, so for those watching, hello, good morning, hi Fidela. It's you again, my loyal fans, right? So because today what I want to talk about this is also because of some event just happened now, okay, and I feel quite sad also at the same time because this is a true story whereby one of my customer lah actually, he complained to me that he overcommitted on a property and now he's facing a very serious issue lah that he has to sell off his houses. Okay, so I think for those that are looking into property or investment in property, right, you might be worried about overcommitment, and I think this is very common, especially in nowadays where property prices are no longer I would say it's very hard to find properties which is fall under our comfortable range because of first thing, our salary is not picking up right as fast as we wish lah. So I think so for a lot of friends that are watching right now, right, I want to share with you a mindset lah which can help you to which maybe can show you why some property buyer they make money and some don't, right? So just give me a minute so I will share it out first. So if you find this video can be helpful, right, please also help me to like and share, and most importantly for those that just joined in, hello, good morning everyone. Yeah. So it's a Thursday morning and I think this coming weekend is a long holiday. So for those that are celebrating Deepawali, happy Deepawali in advance. And most importantly, I want to share is that I want to share something helpful to everyone. Hi Simon, right? So I'm going to talk about mindset today. Okay, so what is the mindset I'm talking about? I think for a lot of first-time property buyers, or you have invested in property, right, you have one fear in your life lah. I think is that if in property you make the wrong decision, right, it might be a mistake that you have to face for the lifetime, because when it comes to property buying decision, it's a 35 years decision, not just now. Okay, it's 35 years, which means that if you count your age, by the time you fully settle, right, imagine if you buy the wrong property or you overcommitted, just like this friend that I want to share. So this is the story lah, right? So actually he bought a property when he was 23 years old. Okay, so for people at the age of 23, I think those that started investment in property, definitely you are considered early. And of course, everyone's dream to own property early is so that one day he don't have to face when property price go expensive, right? He has to pay more. So having a property for him is to help him as a saving and an investment. So he thought that he started off good, but only when the property is complete, right, he realized that he overcommitted. So basically, overcommitment is a biggest mistake I think for a lot of first-time property buyers, and this has to do with the mindset lah for me. Okay, so for those watching, hi Aaron, yeah, so perhaps you can also share your thoughts lah. What on your thoughts on overcommit for you, what is overcommit means, right? Maybe you can share your opinion on comment box, because I also want to know, right? So for me, what is mean by overcommit is that it's a mindset problem. It's not you don't have to know financial, or some they will say you need to know accounting and all that, all right? I think for most people, or most cases, why overcommit is that because of mindset. So what is the mindset I want to talk about? It's very simple. Just give me a minute. Okay, how do I share this? Oh, yo. Right. So, give me a minute. I want to do some setting here. So for those that are watching, right? So remember to also comment what do you think about overcommit lah. So today, why am I doing this is that I want to share you two mindset which I feel is very wrong, and which also will cost you a lot of money, right? So let's say if you just started off property investment and you have no idea where to start, so maybe this live video will help you to at least show you what are the mindset you shouldn't have. Okay, so for me, what are the two mindset is that a lot of people think today they buy a property, right? Okay, so of course everyone plans to start early lah, right? And I think for a lot of first time property buyer, the most concern for everyone is what if they start late, and I do understand. So a story here lah, I have a friend 23 years old who bought a property when he's 23, sorry. So now he's about 27 and his property is going to complete. But he tell me, Harris, I am facing a very big issue here. I cannot able to cover the installment, right? So he asked me what sort of suggestion can I give him. Of course, I give him few suggestions. Of course, one of it is to help him to at least rent out first to reduce the installment so that he don't have to pay so much. But what I want to share out from this story is not on this particular case, but I think it's also there is a lot of property buyer outside, first time especially, you have no idea what you want, right? You just want to get a house to secure your future, but you don't know where to start. So if you are still in that condition now, it's good that you're watching this live, because I want to help to share you two mindset which will cost you a lot of money, right? So first one is basically overcommit. A lot of first time property buyers, right, they have this issue where it's overcommitment. Hi Tommy, hi Edwin, right? So what it means by overcommit is not to say that you need to know a lot of financial investment idea, or to know how to calculate the ROI or cash on cash return. So these are the things, it's not what I want to share today. I want to share more is that the mindset of being overcommitted. So what does overcommit means to me lah? Okay, so based on the story I shared just now, for me, overcommitment means you take on something which you are not ready. And why do people have this issue is that most of the time, when it comes to buying house, it has become too emotional, right? So what does it mean emotional? So example, today you buy a house, okay, you go to the sales gallery, okay, definitely you will see a lot of properties, and you have compare a lot of properties. So for most property buyers, their concern is that they see too many properties, they see too many sales gallery. So actually they don't know which one is suitable for them. So end up, right, instead of buying the right one, they end up buying the one which they emotionally think is right. Okay, I'm not saying emotional is wrong, because all buying takes emotion for you to decide. I'm sure those watching, hello, if you have bought your property, right, also share to me your experience, comment also, all right? So you think now property is good or bad, all right? Share to me also. I want to know how you think about property. Okay, so for me, overcommitment is that yes, it's because of emotional. And what I say emotional, sometimes good, sometimes can be bad. What it means is that, of course, emotional will help you to decide what you feel right for you. Okay, what is not good is that sometimes you might overcommit. What I mean overcommit means you buy something you can't afford. You see, a lot of friends tell me, I want to buy a property which is perfect, 10 out of 10. Means that he want to use for own stay and also can investment. Definitely, I agree with my this friend lah, alright. And I think there's no wrong to buy something that you really want, or you think that is the safest. But again, why do people, some still lose money even though they think it's the perfect property? It's because, right, when they make the decision to buy, they always thought that, okay, my first property, it must be something I can see myself staying. Definitely yes, but I wouldn't say it's 100%. It only will contribute 30 to 40%. The remaining 60% decision is still lies at few things: location, developer, and most importantly, have you studied the area? What is the potential development, right? This is very important. So what I'm trying to say here, the first mindset which I feel is very wrong is that everyone restrict themselves or limit their mindset that they buy property is only for own stay, which means that for investment they will use other property for investment, especially when it comes to first property lah. I'm not saying it's wrong. Definitely if you can buy something which you can stay, it's good. But I feel that a lot of people, they take it too fast. They rush themselves to make a decision. Could be because of their friend. Okay, one story I want to share to you is that I have this friend also, again, first time property buyers, tell me that he bought a property too far, that he now want to find people to sell, and it's very urgent. Okay, so of course at this market now, you know lah, selling will take time. Okay, so if you don't want to be like my friend, right, let me share to you what is her thought when she decided to buy this property. Of course, when she buy this property that time, she actually worked near the area, and this area is nearby my house, Kajang side. So that time her office is there. So he actually bought the property and thought that this is the perfect. Okay, so hi Aaron, yeah, now it's a soft market. Definitely it's a soft market lah. So I think a lot of people know, and whether it's the right time to buy, again, it's dependent. So back to my story just now. So he bought this property at Kajang. It's suitable, perfect for her, very big. But one thing, after a few years, she realized when she need to change job, means she have to move to KL, right? Okay, suddenly she feel that this location is too far for her. So what does she end up doing? She end up having to rent another place, and this property she has to rent it out. Okay, definitely in Kajang, if you talk about rental, it won't be as high lah, alright, as PJ or KL. So it end up she still has to pay quite a big sum of money for the installment and maintenance. So what is the lesson at the end of the day? Is that most of the time, right, we always thought that buying the first property is all about getting a property that you can retire, or you want to see yourself staying for very long. But the truth is, when you are working, or when you are still early at the stage of life, you never know what will happen tomorrow. Am I right? Unless you tell me, okay, my business is there, definitely. But let's say you are still working, right? So what does this tell you is that the first mindset that is, I feel that will harm you is that if you always limit yourself to buying a property, right, that just for staying, it means that once you buy this property, if you don't stay, it will become a very big commitment to you. Okay, so if let's say you have no urgency, right, my suggestion is that if you can still rent or you can still stay with your family, example, continue. But at the same time, start investment in property. Okay, I'm not asking you to rush into buying property, but I'm asking you to start investment early. Okay, hi Jared, thanks for watching. Hi Curly, right? So this is the first mindset I want to share lah. Okay, so for those that are watching, right, let me know also, have you faced any problem of over commitment in your property? If yes, comment also. Let me know. See if I can help you or not. Of course, my goal of doing life is that I want to help as much as people as possible, especially if you are still watching here. Okay, so now talking about second mindset. So first mindset I'm talking about is overcommit. Okay, second mindset now I'm talking about is buy too late. Okay, I think from the word buy too late, you will know what does it means a bit lah. Alright, but what I'm trying to mean is that it's not just buying when it's late, but buying when you need it only, then you buy. Okay, I have a lot of customer recently. This is a story because I'm a real estate agent, and for those that are watching, if you are not in the line, right, you are not in the business, sure you have something in mind, is that is property now can buy or not, right? You might wonder. Anyone, if you want to ask, you can also comment below. So again, everyone knows now property market is soft. Alright, so I have received a lot of inquiry from my customers still. Alright, even though market is soft, they are still looking for property. But the main problem is not because they cannot get a property within their budget. But the main problem is that they want a property which can move in fast and it must be new, all right? And I always tell them back, right? If you have invested 3 to 4 years ago, you wouldn't have this issue. So what does it mean? Okay, so the mindset I'm trying to say here is that a lot of time when people comes to buying a house, right? Some people leave it too late, which means that they always tell me no urgency now. I will wait until I really need it. But do you know that property is not something you can risk whereby you only buy when you need. It's not like a toothpaste. If today my toothpaste finish, I can buy, no problem, because the price most likely it won't be different from last year, all right? And in fact, if it's more expensive, it's only few cents. But property I'm talking about, right, is perhaps 20,000 to 30,000. If you take on average KL property, right, let's say PJ lah, okay, average property growth in PJ is about, let's say 2%. 2% means if let's say you use 600,000 house, right, every year is increasing by about 12,000, right? So if you calculate compounding effect, 12,000 is 1 year. 5 years, it can be go up to 100,000. Because why? Market, when it comes to property, right, is driven by a lot of factors. So what I'm trying to say here is that today, right, if you still have that mindset that buying properties is about buying when you are ready or buying when you need it, it's a very, very big mistake, because end up you are buying a property that you hate. And this is something which I want to share out, because buying property is not about, of course timing is important, but timing got two things. One is your own timing, one is your market timing. Two different things, and don't combine it together. So if your timing is right, which means you are ready to buy a property, try not to tell me that, or try not to hear from friends saying that market will drop, wait for the good timing to enter. Definitely market is up and down, right? Okay, it's up and down, and we never know when is the best time to enter. But one thing we can control is that the location, the pricing, and the strategy. Okay, so if you still don't have any idea where to start or how to look at a property, how do I compare, or how do I look at the surrounding, please, you can follow my property page, or you can even start looking at some of the website. How do we start? Okay, definitely I share a lot of property tips before. You can look back at my videos. Let's say today you want early tips, now I'm giving you very fast since you are watching. If today you want to buy a project, example, new property, okay, the only 4 things you need to know whether can you make money. I always repeat that every time, okay? First thing is, ask yourself, let's say it's investment, is there a working opportunity in this area? Very important. Now buying property is no longer about last time or 10 years ago where people or your mom tell you, buy a landed house, you can make money already. Now it's different. Now most of properties are high rises. So how are you going to make money from here? Very simple. As I said, working opportunity will be the main profit you can get in future. Okay. So second one is about developer. Okay. I think a lot of investors make mistake is not because they buy a wrong location, but it's buy the right location but the wrong product. Okay. Wrong product means what? Can be first thing developer. Can be because second thing the layout is wrong. It means that the market there doesn't support this sort of layout. Okay, so if you want to know more about this, remember to like and share. And if you want to know more, also can comment project below. I will send you a list of project which is within 600,000 below, which I feel is very suitable for first-time property buyers. Okay, so the third thing after the developer is that you have to know where is the pricing. Are you buying at the right pricing? Okay, so if you have no idea where to start, where to compare, always refer to the free platform. It's all online. Okay, you click iProperty or you click Airbnb. These are the 2 main sources of information you can get. Or let's say you want to pay a bit of money, you can also buy online information about transacted prices. Which means today you want to buy a property, you want to know how much it was sold for or buy for in this area, you can also get it. If you don't know, you can comment below also. I can PM you where to get the information, which is free. Okay, so compare the prices before you enter. What does it mean prices? Compare the existing demand, existing project, existing sub-sales in that area, See, is there a big difference? If yes, then you have to know why. Okay, so fourth thing, right? Last but not least, is that you have to know where. I would say you have to know where to start. Okay, where to start means what? Try to look at property in either two form, own stay or investment. You have to know this. Okay, which one is suitable for which one? You also have to know this. All right. So again, today I'm going to end my live over here. So thanks for those are watching. Hi Dylan, hi Curly, hi Ronnie. So if you are missed out what I've said, right, today I share two mindset which will cost you a lot of money. The first one is overcommit. Okay, so if you want to know how to not fall into this, right, you can watch back my video, or I can tell you one thing lah. Okay, try not to buy something which you make just because people tell you. This is the biggest mistake that everyone make. Some people will tell you buy early, buy fast. Yes, but try not to rush yourself. What I mean rush is not to say you don't buy a property, you invest in a property first. Okay, if you really want to buy a property for own stay, you have a lot of time, especially if you are still first time property buyer. Trust me, you still have plenty of opportunity, but whether can you buy a house that you like, it really depends on your financial position. But let's say if you don't have, start investing early. All right. And the second mindset is that I want to share is that buy too late, which means a lot of first time property buyers, they buy property when they need. And this is a big mistake when it comes to property in this market nowadays, because there is no perfect property, but only property that is overpriced. Okay, so be careful of that. So if you want to watch more of this content, like my page also. I can share with you my name, maybe I comment below. Okay, and most importantly, you can also follow me on my personal page. So thanks for watching. If you want to know more, stay tuned. Next week I'll be doing more live session. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you. Bye.